in your day. Look, a lot of it has already been eaten. It's absolutely delicious. So not very good if you're trying not to gain weight, but I will definitely use this recipe time and time again. So easy to make and absolutely delicious. Oh. Hello and welcome to a very cold 15th. Weather's changing for the worse. Most places are getting a heat wave this weekend. I think we're going to get a snowstorm. Okay, I'm exaggerating. So we're just on our way to George's house to pick up. He managed to get me some disinfectant sprays or antibacterial sprays or whatever, so I'm just going to go and pick them up. Of course, we're keeping our social distancing, and I did give them a call. I'm walking 2 meters ahead. Yeah, Rico's walking 2 meters ahead of me. I did give them a call because this is about the time George and Ruth get in their jacuzzi, in their hot tub. That's their summer holiday, their hot tub. So I thought I'd give them a call. So I'm off to pick up my antibacterial spray, and then we're going to carry on taking Lily a walk. It's about, what time is it, Rico? About 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's about 8 o'clock and there's quite a few people.
9 o'clock.
Is it 9 o'clock? But it's 9 o'clock. See, it's still quite light. Still quite a few people out. Oh, that's it, raining! Washed my hair today and I blew it dry as well. I tried to, cover myself up. I tried to film. Oh, there we go. That's better. I tried to film a couple of videos as well, which were unsuccessful because I wasn't in the mood for filming, so I've given up. So I'm not filming. I've got my Zara, got some more Zara things in, so I'll probably have another Zara haul to do. Where's Rico gone? I've lost Rico. There he is. He's there. Oh, that rain's coming down. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, I had to tuck all this hair in now. Trouble with long hair is it gets caught on zips. So annoying. Yeah. So, yeah, I was seeing a Zara haul, so I'll probably film a Zara haul tomorrow. I might do a summer tag, as we're not getting any summer holidays this year. Yeah, so I ordered kind of a few things from Zara that you see all the YouTubers unboxing, so I'm going to give my opinion on them. I've kind of not bought them, but now I've decided to buy them and see if all the hype is worth it. Right, that's us. We are here. Bloody magpie man! Hi Mr. Magpie, where's Mrs. Magpie? That's the rain stopped. We've picked up our deliveries. Oh, heat up pretty quick. So, I was saying, I was trying to film, had a couple of ideas which didn't work out, but I'm struggling to talk about handbags. And I watched a programme the other day where they were discussing whether it was the end of the handbag, which is quite interesting because when I went out to Aldi's the other day, I wasn't interested in taking a bag. I didn't want the hassle of a bag. I mean, we have to worry about these bags at the best of times, but I just didn't want any handbag, and I thought of taking my plastic PVC bag, which I wouldn't have to worry about. But again, I didn't want something that I'd have to be in and out of. So all I took with me was my phone, which was in this jacket pocket, and I even wore like this old coat because I knew I was going to put it in the washing machine as soon as I came home. And this has got big pockets, so I could carry my camera in it, I could carry my phone, I could use my phone for payments, but I took my debit card with me, which was in my Louis Vuitton key pouch, which I needed because it had my keys on it, and I had my camera with me, and I could carry all of that in my pockets. So is it the end of the handbag? What do we think? Do I miss carrying a handbag? Well, a handbag is part of your outfit. And again, just now, the last thing to think about is an outfit. So, why are you looking at me funny, Rico?
Still do your outfit of the day, do you not?
I do my outfit of the day, yeah, because
the last thing you're thinking
it
about,
makes me, when I drink, yeah, well, I know, but when we're going out and we're worried about getting the virus and all of that, you know, your concern is the virus. When it's at home, yeah, I have my days where I do like to dress up because it makes me feel better.
Good.
Makes you feel better when you dress up and get your makeup on. And like I always said, you don't dress up for everybody else. You dress up for moi, because it makes you feel better.
Good.
You know, it's like when my hair goes grey now. I can't. What am I like when my hair goes grey? I can't. I have to dye it. Just.
And my help's acceptable. That says a lot.
And your help's acceptable. Well, we did a not bad job the last time, didn't we? So, back to handbags. So that's what I was going to do a video on. That was one of the ideas, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We're still in lockdown here in Scotland. Ireland now have started opening, haven't they? They've started opening up a wee bit more, Ireland as well, haven't they?
No, I think it was Wales. It's not Wales that opened up.
But we've opened up garden centres, no?
They haven't.
No, we haven't. It's like places like B&Q. Why is B&Q? What's B&Q?
It's a hardware store.
Hardware store, right? But you can get your gardening stuff there as well. So we're still on lockdown, although we're kind of thinking things are going to kind of change within the next week. Things are going to start easing off within.
Garden centres, the exact same as what everybody else has done. Garden centres, blah 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 blah. The only thing that won't happen is the schools won't go back till August because we close at the end of June. So there's no point in going back. I don't think. They'll take them back.
Whereas down in England, the schools
don't close until the end of June.
Yeah, and they go back later.
They don't close until the end of July in England. So if they go back at the beginning of June, they're not just going back.
Yeah, but they're not all going back. Only like, was it the
only
certain ages?
And the ones that will be doing exams next year. So I think that's a good thing. But the other ones might go back for a while as well after that. You don't know. Just depends how it all goes. How the R comes down.
Although some of the schools still are open because for the frontline workers, children. So, but George says not that many of them up here are going into the schools, and I don't know how parents feel sending the children back to school. And I don't know now, if my children were young, how I would feel about it. So I know before the lockdown I was feeling really insecure about Ruth and George still having to work. But anyway, that's all by the by now. But George will obviously have to go back, although he does have days in at the moment anyway. But anyway, so that's the situation with that now.
I'll give you a wee thought.
What? Give me a wee thought.
During the war in London, they took all the children away to the countryside.
Right.
Away from their parents.
And?
People handled it. Today's parent handle the same thing. Would it be acceptable in today's date?
But that's a different situation, Rico, because the children were being taken to safety, whereas now you're putting them in danger.
Yes.
Because
yes.
you know that's different. It's not. I don't think that's a good comparison. You're making me touch my face. Don't touch my face. Right, mustn't touch our faces. I've just sanitised my hands, by the way. We carry sanitisers with us, but I still don't like this. My hair comes to my face. Anyway, so I think that's a different situation because, you know, as a parent, you want your children to be safe. And although they say, you know, children are not really affected, the majority of children are not affected by the virus, you're still going into that environment where children are mixing, the teachers are mixing. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, that's our thoughts on it this evening. Anyway, we'll leave it here. that's, yeah, we still believe that's what our government have been doing. It's all about herd immunity. And now this antibody test is out, so we're all desperate to have this antibody test. But in saying that, I will be totally gutted if I do the antibody test and then I don't have any antibodies, because I'm kind of hoping that virus I had was the virus. I don't know, nobody knows unless you take the antibody test. And oh, they've not put pictures up for us today. There's a house here that puts up a different painting at the window. Yes, for us, it's for e-commerce. And they've not done it tonight, so quite disappointing. We've not seen any foxes either on our walk. Normally they're everywhere. Right. Okay, I'm getting a sore arm now, so you're going back in my pocket. Another gripe. So these are all kind of areas that are taken care of by your local council. Look at the length of this grass. Now with all this social distancing, we're having to walk in that. If somebody walks past us, if the pavement's not wide enough, we're having to walk past. And I really don't see why they're not out cutting the grass, because they're just, it's a one-man job. Basically, they're either in their wee car things, whatever they're called, that cuts the grass, or they're single mowers. We personally have a bit on the side. We've got one on the side of our house, and it really, it's the one next to us in particular. It's really big, but we cut so much of it, and like the areas, like if you can see these areas here, these actually don't belong to the house owners. These areas belong to the council. It's the council's responsibility. But as you can see, all these areas here have all been cut, and the house owners have been taking care of them, even though it's not their responsibility. But it's just taking care of the bits in front. Where we stay is the same thing. Most people have been taking care of it. But you know, out on the pavements where, you know, there isn't a house nearby, they should be cutting them, because we're having to walk in this. And the other thing is, some people in areas like that kind of think they can get away with not picking up their dog's poo. And if there is a time that people should be picking up their dog's poo, is now, because we're having to avoid each other. Rico's just, look at this fox. Don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom in, but it's just, can you see it? Just there, it's just sitting there. Look at it. That's Lily's reaction. Lily's just noticed it. Hello and welcome to the 20th of May. It is Wednesday and it is a glorious day out there. So for my exercise, I've decided I'm going to go for a walk. Just a leisurely walk, enjoy the sun, get my glasses on, take my camera, might even take you with me. Well, I'll take you with me. Whether I show you the sights is another thing. See if there's anything worth seeing. So let's do a quick outfit this morning. I have my shorts on from Zara, my top from Zara which I recently hauled, and a pair of shoes which I've hauled before in the past. These are Valentino dupes which I picked up from TK Maxx. I think it was last year. Yeah, I think it was last year. So I don't know if it's a good idea going for a walk in these, but I'm going to try it. Normally I would probably be better off wearing a pair of trainers, but I just don't want to do the sporty thing today. I just want to go for a leisurely walk. I'm also thinking I'm going to take a bag with me, because I want to take a bag, my LRM bag, which I am still loving, even though I've hardly used, because, yeah, it says my name in it. I normally carry a small umbrella. It's a very tiny one. I might not take that with me today, because it really doesn't look like it's going to rain. You know, I know in Scotland we can't trust the weather, but it really doesn't feel as if it's going to rain. So
It's not going to rain today, honey.
it's not going to rain, Rico says. So my little portable straw, just in case I get thirsty. So there we go. Folds up in there, brilliant. My keys, and in there I've also got my credit card and my debit card. My mini pochette, which is holding a face mask just in case I go into a shop. My inhaler, which I really haven't needed since I've got over the virus. Not the virus, whatever virus I had. And my anxiety thing, which I haven't needed either. And I really don't think it was anxiety. It was probably when I was struggling with all the breathing and all that. But anyway, that's kind of what's in there just now. Hanging from my bag, I have a hand sanitizer because I think this should be outside my bag, so I'm not having to contaminate everything in my bag. So it's there. I've just kind of hooked it onto a key ring or the bag charm, and I hope it doesn't fall off. It seems secure. Time will tell. So that's just hanging on the outside of the bag. And then my phone, my tissues, and a doggy bag because I'm going to take Lily with me, and of course my camera. So that's what I'm planning to do. Rico's already been out cycling, so he's just back now. He's had his shower, so he's out doing me an exercise at the moment, so I'm going to go and get some steps in. I've been doing a lot of kettlebells, but that kind of doesn't get your steps up when you're doing kettlebells, and I'm still waiting for my new trampoline to arrive, which I am desperate. Right, let's get out in this sun. So we are out on a wee walk. What?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, he's not sharing whatever he was going to share. So we're just going to drop off a clapper for Georgie, and then I think I'm going to have to go back home and get a pair of trainers on if I'm going to do a proper walk. Let me see you, Georgie. Wow! Hello and welcome to the 21st of May. It is Thursday. So tonight we do clapping, and tonight we have, okay, more importantly, but not more importantly, but for me just now, I am standing here patiently awaiting my trampoline. My trampoline has arrived earlier than expected. I knew by the reviews that this would be really hard to kind of assemble, more so trying to get these on. You do get a tool to put them on, but it's still a hard job. So Rico's hard at it just now, trying to get it ready for me. It looks bigger than the one I had. But anyway, so hard to assemble, but it's supposed to be a really good trampoline. As you can see, the difference with this, it uses this, which is bungee rope apparently. And not the springs, although my problem with my last trampoline wasn't so much the springs, but these loops coming out of the seam, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. But like I said, with regards to the other trampoline, Amazon took it back and refunded me the money, so hopefully if anything goes wrong with this, the same will happen. So yay! So I'm very excited to have my trampoline back. It's quite late just now. It's 20 past 7, so we'll probably be out clapping. I don't know if I'm going to get a trampoline workout, but I will try because we've still got to take...
I'll do my best, honey, to get it finished, you know.
I know, but you have to get it ready within the next 5 minutes for me to kind of have a workout before we go out clapping, because then we've got Lily to take a walk. More.
Right.
Hello and welcome to the 22nd of May. I am so glad I have my trampoline back in my life, but this one is a lot harder because it's got more bounce, so you need to stable yourself more. The movements take longer because you're going in deeper. So because I got used to the tighter trampoline that had the springs, this has taken some getting used to, but we'll get there. But it's good. I really feel as if I've got a workout with it. that's what it looks like. I do see this kind of wearing. When I bounce, this kind of knocks onto the trampoline. I don't know if maybe Rico's not put it tight enough, so that makes a noise, but it's a lot quieter. You know, if I'd taken this off, it wouldn't kind of flicker onto the trampoline. And of course, this makes a crunching noise when I hit that. But as you can see, it is a lot bigger. I'm saying to Rico, might get a wee conservatory out the back there, make it my wee gym room. That's the plan. So, because this room now is getting crowded, and I want the trampoline out, because if it's out, I will use it. So lucky we've got this room to kind of keep it in. But yeah, I do think I need a little conservatory just out the back. Then lucky I've got the doors there that let the air in as well, because it gets hot in here. So I am pleased with it. Like I said, it's a lot harder to use because of the keeping your balance with the amount of bounce. So it's just adjusting. It's just the fact that I got used to the other one. So yeah, bit of a nightmare to assemble. But like the reviews said, well worth it once it's been assembled. So, right, shower time. But that's the workout done. And I'm glad and happy. And of course I used my weights. Although the workout that I was following, they didn't use weights. I always, like I said before, I always use weights now when I'm working out on the trampoline. So that is me. The bar, I don't really use the bar, but at the end of the workout I kind of do my own moves, like a pike jump and all that, and really bounce quite high on it. It gives me the option with the bar, but you can take the bar off. Basically you just unscrew that and that lifts off. That is at the lowest that it goes. That's the lowest setting. So yeah, look, horrible weather today. Look at the wind and rain. Rico's not even gone out on his bike ride today because it's just horrible out there.